Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome. What's going on, guys? Welcome. How's everybody doing today? Well, hey, guys, welcome back. We're going live again today, Woodworking Thursday. Let me just adjust something real quick on the phones. All right, so we are at Harvey Industries International in the shop today. Gonna be doing some woodworking. You all are doing well today. How's it going, folks? Hope everybody's doing well. So we're continuing on the build that we've been working on. If you don't know what that is, check out the other lives that we did the last couple weeks. Harvey Industries YouTube channel, have all of those for you. My name is Brandon. I'm going to be doing the woodworking today. You've seen my face around here a little bit so far. And yeah, we're going to continue on the Bridge City tool build. I got a little bit of progress over here, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys kind of where we're at and then where we're going today. So let me grab the cameras and I'll show you where we're at here. All right, so let me tip you down a little bit. Exciting, the first little peek at what we got going on. Boom. All right, so here's the first little look at what we got going on. Now I'm gonna pull up a picture on my phone to show you guys the example of the final result so you can see where we're going with this, because right now it just looks a little funky. Where is it? Here. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome. Thanks for joining. Hope everybody's doing well today. Okay, so let's see here. Hey, guys. What's going on? All right, so this is just on my story here, but we got this. Here, let me turn this light off for a second. All right, so we got this guy. We're gonna be building this tool display. So as you can see, we kind of got the legs and the little shelves going so far, right there. So we're making some good progress so far. We got the sign just kind of floating over here. I'm gonna be mounting that, probably putting some LED lights behind it. So that's kind of what we got going on today. I'm hoping to get, here, let me flip you over here. So I have the plywood back here, kind of just laid up here. I do need to just do a light sanding on that, and then we're gonna stain the same color as these dark shelves here. So a couple things I need to work on is, excuse our noisy crew over there. I need to put some strips on the front of these to shore them up. And then after everything's kind of assembled and ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and put some dividers in on these shelves just to make sure all the tools stay where I want them on the right angle and everything. So let me show you kind of what I'm doing here. All right, so essentially what we're gonna be doing is, we have, this is gonna be our lower shelf, this is gonna be our upper shelf that's above it. And what I'm gonna be doing is mounting the different tools on here. All the planes. There's a bunch of Bridge City tools that we're working with. So we're gonna basically just create a whole little display section for all the tools. So that's kind of what we're working on. And I'm gonna try not to talk too much today because I wanna just get into it and get a lot done, because I feel like it's dragging a little bit draggy on this project. I wanted it to go a little bit quicker than it has, but that's okay. Nice sander. Yeah, we got our surf prep sander over there, which I'll be using a little bit later. Show you guys that one. Let's see here. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. Thanks for joining. All right, guys. So, without further ado, I'm just going to get to it. Essentially, what I have to do right now to start is let me hop around here. Oh, and just a little thing for anybody on Instagram, which is going to be right there. If you're on Instagram and you want better audio, go over to YouTube. I know you can hear me okay right now, but once I start doing everything and I'm standing further away, you're not going to be able to hear me as well. So definitely hop over to YouTube. I am wearing a mic, but it's only for YouTube. So if you want better audio, check out YouTube. All right, so we got our whole setup here. We got what is this one? This one is the AWFS table saw, 4 horsepower, 52-inch cut capacity. Got our high-low fence that you can switch around here. I have it on the high position right now. We got the shark dust collection, and all of this is hooked up to the G800, which is behind. You can't really see it here. And we got our sliding table, which I'm not going to use right now. I don't need it. I'm going to be just milling up some 2x4s, so I'm not going to need that at the moment. But right now I just need to get these cut to size and dimensioned. Essentially, I need to take these raw 2x4s and cut them to be nice like this. So I want clean corners, and I also need a groove in it like that. So that's what I got to do right now. I'm going to get to it. Try to blow through this pretty quick. Man, it's a little noisy in here today. But try to blow through this pretty quick, and yeah. So without further ado, I'm going to get going. All right. Let's get to woodworking. So let me see here. And the cool thing about the G800 is it has this little remote, and it's rechargeable. So you can actually recharge it. I don't think you have to even replace the batteries or anything for probably a really long time. But I just have a little, it was just sitting on the charger for a minute there because it was dead, but should be good to go now. So let's try it out. Yep, works. So now I'm gonna plug the phone back in. That stopped charging. Okay. Hello everybody. Thanks for joining today. All right, so let's get to it. I'm just gonna lay this on here to get some, how far down we need the shark to be. We're gonna put it right about there. I think that's good. And you can adjust this certain ways too. You can tilt it and adjust it there. Okay, that'll suit my needs just fine. And you push this plywood out of the way behind me. Okay, should be good to go now. And before I actually run this, I'm going to set up the, oh, whoa, hitting the camera with my sliding table. Got a little shaky there. So I got my sliding table over here that I bumped the camera with. So I'm actually gonna set up my AH3 hold down, or not the hold down. What am I thinking here? Where is it? Ah, there it is. Just kidding, not the AH3, the RG2 is what I'm gonna be setting up here. Super quick, really easy. And essentially all that's gonna do is just keep everything nice and snug in place. And actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna grab the other RG1 over here. So there's definitely benefits and drawbacks to having the RG1 versus the RG2. The RG2 is a little bit higher, which you get better push if you have a higher piece that's needing to ride against the fence. But this one, the RG1, is a little bit lower, which in my case is going to work better for me so that I can go under the shark dust collection fin here. So, just going to get this set set up here. It's on 0. Now we just need to kind of put it roughly in place, get it locked down. Okay, now should be good to increase the pressure a little bit. See if it rides through there all right. It's a little bit more firm than I want, so I'm going to loosen it up just a little bit. Tighten it just a little bit more. Oop. A little bit more. Perfect. Oh. You know what? I have this going the wrong way. That's why I was being finicky. So I actually have to flip it around here. I think somebody turned it around on me. But that's the cool thing about this is it's basically double-sided, so there's a little demonstration for you. Flip that around, pop those back on, and now you have the correct feed direction. So that's easy enough to figure out for you. RG1, both feed directions if you want to. Quick, easy change. All right, loosen that up a little bit. Okay, now set it back to 0. All right, there we go, that's better. Increase the pressure a little bit. A little bit more. Perfect. That's what I want right there. Okay, so. Let's rip it. Basically what I'm trying to do is just get a clean corner here. That's pretty much what I want. And then I'll go back and flip it over and then dimension it to the right size. All right, so one of the things I really like about having the RG1, putting that pressure on the fence, is that it gives you a really steady pressure that you're not going to get a lot of those saw marks on the side of your piece as you're cutting through, because you're putting a consistent pressure all the way through, which is really nice because you get nice clean cuts. You don't get those curved saw marks that you would get normally with the table saw. So now I'm just going to cut it to final dimension here. And it's a little bit less. There we go, looks about right. Okay. Now adjust my RG1, put it back to 0. Lightly put it on there. And actually, nope, I need to adjust it with the other board that I have here. Because that's the final cut piece, but I need to do it with the rough cut piece. So, that's that. Just gonna slide it in there. A little difficult with these 8-foot pieces. Okay. Start it back up. Cut. Smooth. No wonder. I'm sitting here wondering why there's so much dust coming out, thinking, oh, maybe the filter's clogged or something. No, the hose fall off the dust collection, so that's why. There's no suction there. All right, well, we'll clean that up after. So right now, we'll restart this piece here. Much better dust collection. All right, so it got real dusty because I had the hose fall off on me, but that's because that's a user error. So what I'm gonna do is just real quick, take the other hose from the dust collector and suck up all that dust that just fell out there. Because I don't want that dust everywhere. All right, that'll do for now. Okay, let's hook that back up. All right, so now that we got that dust collected from the user error, now we need to put it upright and cut the edge. I'm gonna do this in 2 passes because I don't want to try to do too much at once. So I'm gonna do a little over half. There we go. I could do it all at once, but I think it's just gonna be cleaner to try to do it this way. So I don't know if that dust, if the hood's gonna clear it. Yeah, it should. Oh yeah, easy. Okay, so what we got here, we have, this is 1.5 plus, and I'm coming down to 1 1/4. It's about 1/8 off of each side is what I'm looking for. And I'm gonna do a little bit, and then I'm gonna run it through the planer over there to get a nice clean flat edge on it, or a flat surface. So for now, let's see, I wanna do, just gonna clean it up a little bit there. Take off just a little bit. So let's see where that leaves us. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, so now it should be good to run it through. I have to do 2 passes on one side there. Actually, I tell you what, I'm gonna take off a little bit more. And then I'll just take off the rest on the planer. There we go, that should be good. Make sure my dust collection hose is on there. All right. always love these little cutoffs that are so thin, and I just want to make something with it. Something fun, but I never end up doing it. They just sit in the shop. They just sit in the shop and collect dust until I throw them away. So now we're gonna run over to the planer over here. Let me pick up my scraps. All right. Now, one thing I didn't think of was I have to turn the planer, because these are going to be 8-foot boards and I have to run them through. I can't run them through this way because they're going to hit that. So I'm going to have to turn them around here. If I run them at an angle like that, we'll be able to get it. Let me see. Yes. We can do it. We can do it. Just like that. Make sure we're gonna clear the table saw here. We're not. I'm not gonna clear it, so I might have to turn it just a little bit like that. All right, we'll make that work. Now, don't mess up like I did before. Connect the hose. Okay. And for the planer, we're going to use the G700, which is right over there. You can't see it. Let me swing you around so you can see it here. Whoa! A little crazy open here. All right. There it is, all its glory. G700, right over there. Thing's awesome. Go check it out on the website. They always have really good deals on them and everything. So yeah, go check it out. All right, next up. So essentially what I have now is, you probably won't be able to see it that well, but I took the 2x4, I milled it down so it's the final width here. And then I have one side that's nice and smooth from the table saw. It's got all that, the kind of the rough surface of the 2x4 off. So I basically have 3 sides that are good. Now I just need to run that good side on the base of the planer and then plane off all this stuff here. It's kind of the surface that you'd find in the store, which is not great. So I'm gonna just do that, and then I'll probably do one flip and then get this side to get any tiny little saw marks off and anything. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Hope you guys are doing well today. Hello, everybody. Trust everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's staying productive today on a Thursday afternoon. Let's see here. Hung says hello on YouTube. Hey. So again, for the people on Instagram, you're gonna want to go over to the live on YouTube to get better audio, because there's a lot of background noise and stuff right now in the warehouse. We got some cool stuff going on, which you'll see soon. But for now, going over to YouTube, I am wearing a mic. Excuse me. I'm wearing a mic, so it's gonna pick up a lot better than the phone on Instagram. So jump on over to YouTube. All right, so let's see here. And most of these are fairly straight. I think once I get them milled up, I'll be able to kind of bend it into place with the 3/4 inch plywood, because it's basically gonna be a corner on there, so I'll be able to tack it in and make sure it's nice and straight. So let me get this set up here. These are sitting at, so right now they're 1 and what? 2, 4, 5/16. Yeah, so right now they're 1 5/16. I want to bring them down to 1 1/4. So just taking off a little bit on each side here. And this is just my personal DeWalt planer that we got here. Half. All right, so we got 1/4. I'm just gonna use this as reference to see if we got height there. So we'll come down a little bit more here. All right, that should be good to go. Now, I definitely know these aren't going to plane up super nice just because the grain's all which way, and it's also like fairly soft wood, so it's probably going to pull out a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm going to sand it down a little bit anyways, so yeah, that's good to go. Dust collection fired up. I have it on finishing cuts right now because I want it mainly to smooth it out. I'm not trying to get a lot of material off of it. Get a sip of water here. All right, so now we got 3 square edges. Now I'm just gonna take this off and finish planing it until the final dimensions, which this is my template that I made. So let's see kind of where it's at right now. Looks like we got maybe 3:30 seconds we have to take off. right, what chaos today, huh? Yeah, what's going on, everybody? That's hilarious. So, one thing we don't have in the shop right now are good hose clamps, which we need to buy. I don't know why we haven't bought them, but we haven't bought them yet. So right now the hose is just kind of fitting on there, and as you saw, it blew off and got chips everywhere. So we'll have to go back and clean up all that mess. Look at that, shot chips all over. So anyways, save the day, put it back on. Making at home, hey, thanks for joining, even if it's just for a minute. We really appreciate it. All right, so we got 2 done. Now we're just gonna run one more through, and then probably run everything down to just the final dimensions. Too, I don't know how well you can hear me, but I should say that that's one big flaw about this DeWalt planer, is that the dust collection is straight off the back, and if you want it, your piece not to hit it, you basically have to put an elbow on it right away, which is not ideal. You put an elbow like right here. Set it right up against it, and looks like I just have to take off, I mean, just a tiny bit. So essentially, let me show you what we got going on with this. So these are going to be our side support pieces that go up and down the height of the plywood. So essentially what I need to do is, here, let me take these bits out. These need to slide on there. So let's see where it's at right now. Yeah, so it's still just a little bit. We just need to take off a hair because it should slide on there fairly well. See that? That's starting to go on there, and I can snug it on if I want to. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So I might actually take off a little bit more than what this guy is. So I'm going to run them through one more time with just a little bit more off. Okay. I'm actually going to run this one through just to double check so that I don't mess up my final pieces. So let's turn you here. See if we can catch any more goofy stuff going on. Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Sorry for the shaky camera. Stacy Lewis Design says, hopefully Harvey has plans for development of a planer jointer. Really looking forward to that day. Yeah, so I mean, we've gotten a lot of inquiries about that. As of right now, I can't say anything about whether we're going to make it or not, but yeah, that's something that we've definitely thought about. I'm going to run this piece through, see where we're at. That's what I'm looking for right there. done, I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean up some of these chips with the dust collector while it's on. Hey, man. Yeah, of course.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm live right now, so feel free to just shoot and
Cool.
do what you need to do.
Who's you?
Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Justin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. I'm gonna be kind of talking and everything while I'm going.
Do
So.
your thing.
All right. Planer is done, out of the way here. All right, so that's what we got going on. So now the thickness, we got all four sides nice and square, nice and smooth. Now essentially this guy's gonna just slide on here, just like that. We'll be able to push it down and get it snug on there when we need to. And then these are just kind of some pieces that slide in here like that. Like so. Give it a little bit of a orange accent there. So now what I need to do is go back to the table saw and need to cut out this groove. Now what that's gonna be for is, let me tilt you down here. So these guys are gonna be sitting on the side of the board here. And it's gonna be, this edge right here is gonna be covering the side as well as pushing on the front there, so I'm gonna be able to put some fasteners up through. So it's kind of gonna be just a nice little lock in place there. So that's what we got going on. So I need to cut that groove. I'm gonna take this over to the table saw. Swing you guys around here. Back to the table saw. All right. We got a little camera crew here today, shooting with us as well. Cool. All right, so let's get some adjustments going here on this. So I'm just gonna use this piece as my depth gauge. Set that on there. Over my blade.
Hold on.
Right. Right there. And then I think I'm gonna just go ahead and set this to that same width. Let's see what I'm gonna do there. Just a touch over to the left. That's right where I want it. So I should be able to cut through like that, and then come through again. Nope, not like that. Like that. And then like this. No. What am I doing here? Like so, and then 3/4 again. Oh, like this. That. Perfect. Okay. That's our setup. Things locked down in place. Do everything upright first. Yeah, we actually got a cool, a real film crew in here today doing some stuff, so I'm sure you'll be seeing some of that content soon enough. And the shark. I'm actually not going to use the shark this time, just because I want to be able to push through. Make sure the dust collector hose is on there. Don't want another dust to blow out. Okay, ouch. All right. Now I'm just gonna double check orientation before I run stuff through. So I'm gonna run it through like this. And then once that's done, we'll flip it over and run it through like that. Okay, so should be good to go there. I'm gonna throw on my earplugs here. Need to make sure to keep downward pressure on it. As long as I'm being careful, I'm okay to keep my fingers up here above the blade because the blade's only up till about right there. Now, flipping it over into that. Just gonna double check here. visitor. All right, so should have that profile on all 3 boards now. And you might be thinking, why 3 boards? Because I'm gonna I'm gonna cut one of them in half, and then that's gonna be the top and the bottom, and then the other 2 are gonna be the sides, the full length. So, all right, cool. Well, those should be good to go. Now, just for kicks, I'm gonna lay these down. Actually, I'm gonna stand them up. So let me flip you around here. Boom. I just want to see kind of how they fit with this. Essentially, boom. That's what we're looking for right there. That's ideal. It's a nice tight fit. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Staying happy, healthy, and busy? Right. If only he had a safe push block with a handle like that bright yellow one. That's pretty funny, Stacy. I know when I should be using a push block, and sometimes I know how to be safe. I'm not too worried. I've never had an accident on the table saw. Fingers crossed. Never have one, hopefully, but I know all about kickback and all that stuff. I've had some close calls, but definitely want to be safety first. There we go. Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to flip you around here so you can see what we got going on. You can't really see too much. I'm going to tip you down at an angle. So let me grab a scrap piece so you can see exactly how this is going to come together. All right, so for those of you on Instagram, go over to YouTube. You'll get much better audio. I'm wearing a mic, so jump on over to YouTube. So this is going to be like the thickness of our backer piece. This is just a scrap. So it's going to be 3/4 inch ply. So what I'm doing is I have this lip, this 90-degree corner here, and it's flush with this piece of the back. So basically what it's going to do is just back's going to sit on there, be flush back here, and then I can drive some nails and screws into the back of this to lock it in place, as well as some glue and everything. And then also if I need to put some from the side into the side of the plywood, I can do that as well. And then also, once I put this on there, it's gonna be flush with these edges here. So it should work out nicely and be super clean, which I'm pretty pumped for. I'm looking forward to. And then I do have an idea for fastening this piece together right here, this little joint here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just drill some 1/2 inch, maybe 1/4 inch holes, kind of like this, all the way through, and then just run some dowels through it with some glue. And that should lock it in place, because already, I mean, it's locked in there real good as it is, but just to give it something to really lock it in place, just run some dowels through there. Same with the bottom part, that way we create this nice triangle that's gonna be super solid. It's not gonna tip over or anything. And all the weight is gonna be on the front of it, so anything is gonna wanna tip forward. That's why I only have these back, or the front supports, because backwards, it shouldn't have any weight going back. But I will probably put some supports back there just to make sure it doesn't tip backwards if somebody pushes on it or something. But for now, this is what we got going on. So I'm really happy with how it's turning out so far. Yeah, I think it's really cool. So get a kind of a zoom out look here. So let me grab the other piece. It's always exciting when you can start putting some pieces together and see how it's gonna look. It's like Christmas Day. And this guy's gonna sit up here. Oh yeah, look at that. That's exciting. And then obviously that shelf will go across on the top there as well. Another shelf going across. So, man, it's coming together. And then I'm gonna, this back piece here is just gonna run right into the 3/4 inch back that's gonna go all the way up. And that's gonna be stained the same color as this too, so it should all blend in. The only thing that's gonna stand out is gonna be these side pieces and then the frame around the edge. So that's kind of what we got going on. Cool, cool. So I'm gonna still sand these down a little bit, soften these edges, and then spray it the same color as this, that kind of gray color. And I guess I should show, for those of you that are new, where are we here? Just use this guy as an example. So kind of the whole Bridge City theme is this black and orange, as well as this kind of gray color. So kind of what we're doing with the design is, as you can kind of see, here, let me turn the light off. There you go. As you can see, got this little orange inlay in here, got that black. So we're going kind of the black, gray, and the orange inlay. That's kind of the whole design thing we got going on. Just joined the live. What are you building? Hey, how's it going, man? I am building a tool display for Bridge City Tools. And it's a little messy, but we got all the tools kind of laying up over here. Gotta put a sign on it. So that's kind of what we got going on. The sign's gonna be up here floating in the middle, as well as some other stuff hanging on there. So that's kind of what we got going on today. So now I think what I'm gonna move on to is doing a quick sanding on the back piece. So it might take a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding it and getting it stained. So we're gonna stain it that dark kind of charcoal black color that we did before. So let me bring camera around here. Excuse all the shakiness. There we go. All right. Let's back up a little bit more. There we go. All right. So these pieces are going to be, like I said, the sides and then the top and bottom. Like this guy standing up over here. You know what, just for kicks, I'm going to throw this other one in there. It's going to be a tall display too. It's going to be all the way up there. But that's good because we want to get people's attention a little bit. All right. There we go. This is all loose fit too. I don't want it to fall over. But should be good to go. All right. Cool. It's coming together. And I won't put the top rack in yet, just because I don't want it to fall over. Making at home, so it's nice to see the Surf Prep sander. Love their tools, of course. Excellent sander. We got the Surf Prep vac over here, self-cleaning, super cool. So now we're gonna get to it. Get to sanding, the fun parts, right? Everybody loves. All right, well, so I think I have on here, what do we got? 320 Surf Prep sandpaper. Essentially, all I'm looking to do is just knock down the fibers on this so that they're, so it's a little bit more smooth. I'm gonna stain it, and I'll probably do just a nice hand sanding after before I put some finish on it. All right. Look at that, high tech, you hear that? Beep, beep. We got that automatic dust collection that starts when I start the sander because it's plugged into the dust collector, so super cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna get to it real quick. Like I said, I'm just gonna do a light sanding. Before I do, I'm gonna wipe off some of the excess dust that's on here. It's been sitting for a little bit now, so I'm gonna get off any little pieces that are sticking on there. And it's coming along. I'm actually happy with how it's turning out so far. I think in the end it's going to be a really nice piece to display the tools. And after the AWFS conference, which that's the whole reason we're doing this thing, after that, let me turn the light back on here. There we go. So after the AWFS conference in Las Vegas in July, this guy's going to come back here and be sitting in the shop. So I'll have it probably up on this wall displaying all the tools for infinite time. So that'd be cool. Have something that we built just kind of chilling in the shop, do some social media content with it. Be fun. How's my angles here? Let me see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, we're good. Our prep sander is awesome. I don't know if you can see, I got a pencil line on here that's pretty decent. And it's just, I mean, look at that, like 2 seconds to blow right through it. And that's without blowing through the veneer too. Not sure how well you guys can see it or not, but. Really ergonomical grip too with this sander. Just fits nicely in the hand. You can get a nice even pressure on there. Smooth out that surface. That's nice. Much better. So we'll just keep rolling on that. Actually, I'm gonna change out the sandpaper, get a nice fresh one on there so it cuts a little faster. This one's cutting pretty well, but I just want to get through it quickly. Whoop. That's something you have to get used to with this guy, is turning it off before you put the sandpaper, or before you put it on its back, or else it'll start going on you. Okay, start it back up, and let's roll. Another pencil line we're just taking off. Easy peasy. Well guys, we are getting close to finishing up the tool display, and then comes the fun part. So I kind of am just putting together a general frame for now, and then once I get the frame assembled and the shelves on there, then I can actually place the tools and make little dividers and stuff like that for it, so that we can get everything in its final resting place. side done. Flip around to the other side now. How about that? Almost zero dust. How we doing over here? A little bit of a turn. A little bit of a turn. All right, that's good. All right. On YouTube, subscriber Steelhead says, I'm waiting on my Alpha 110 S36P. That's the table saw. And the Gyro Air G700 to arrive. So excited to have them on their way. Super happy. I know you're going to love it. I'm using these things on a weekly basis, and I got to say, they perform. So I think you'll be really happy with it. Congrats on the purchase. Last little bit. All right. Surf Prep Sander for the win. All right, so got our 4x8 backer all sanded down to 320. And it's just kind of a light sanding too, just to get rid of those little fuzzies sticking up. Just to smooth everything out before I put some stain on it with a rag. Just do a hand check, make sure everything feels good. Also just giving it a quick sanding to get a bit more even stain when I do end up staining it. Man, I don't know what it was, but I hit my finger on something earlier and it's just aching. Okay, so now I have to decide. No, I don't have to decide it right now, but I do want to figure out what orientation I want this to go. If I want this to be the bottom or that to be the bottom. I'm thinking, I want this to be the bottom, just because I don't think this is gonna be, this might stick out a little bit too much, and it's gonna have a shelf coming over it here, so I think it'll kind of block it, so it's not as ugly. All right, well, I think that's gonna be it for me today, folks. I think that's a good place to stop. I'm gonna continue to roll on. There we go. Making at home says I've been looking at the G700 for my shop. If you are interested in the G700, definitely suggest not only checking out our website, but give us a call. Our crew here, we only have a couple people that do like customer service. They're super nice, really informative. They'll answer any questions you do have, and they'll definitely be able to work out a deal with you guys. So if you're interested in that G700, definitely give us a call. Our information should be on the website. So Harvey Woodworking, go check it out. And that's gonna be it for me today. I'm gonna keep rolling on this. Hopefully I can get these pieces kind of set and ready to go, and then get the frame on. Should be coming together to next week, folks. And then we'll just have to do the fun stuff, which is actually placing the pieces, the Bridge City tools on there, and kind of organizing it so that it looks kind of cool. And then I'm thinking about also putting underneath kind of the shelves that we have there, and also around the Bridge City sign kind of backlight. I want to put some like some LED lighting and stuff. So I'll look into that as well. But that's next week. So that's gonna wrap up this week, and next week you'll come back. You'll see it. This will be stained. I'll get the frame hopefully painted up, and then we'll see where it's at from there. But it's coming along. Keep following along. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate all your support, and I hope you had fun with me today. So it's gonna be it. Also, one more thing before we close out. This piece that we're doing, the whole display, is gonna be for the AWFS conference in Las Vegas, and that's gonna be end of July. So definitely Google it, AWFS, and it'll pop up there. Get your tickets. There's a lot of good prices out there. Las Vegas has really like cheap hotels and stuff. So if this is somewhere, or if you're gonna go to a conference this year, definitely go to this one. We're gonna be there. We're gonna have all of our tools there. Bridge City, Harvey, get to see the G700 dust collector. You get to see all the saws in action, the Shark overhead collector, anything, you name it, we're gonna have it there. Also, I'm gonna be there to meet you guys, and we just want to network. We want to talk woodworking. We want to see, kind of meet who has our products. We want to meet you guys and just kind of get any feedback that you might have for us as a company, and also just hang out, talk woodworking. It's my passion. I love to do it. So be there, end of July, AWFS. I don't remember what it stands for. It's kind of a long name, but AWFS, go search it on Google. You'll find it, no problem. All right, guys. Well, have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you next week. We're here every Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So follow along. We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.